Zoo Negara Malaysia is the national zoo of Malaysia and is located in Hulu Klang, Selangor. It was officially opened in 1963 and is managed by the Malaysian Zoological Society. Zoo Negara is home to more than 5,000 animals from over 400 species, including mammals, birds, reptiles, and aquatic animals. The zoo uses an open concept design that allows animals to live in an environment similar to their natural habitat. Zoo Negara also play an important role in wildlife conservation, education, and research. In addition, it is a popular place for recreation and learning for both local and international visitors. Other than that, Zoo Negara also offers special program to all people with Zoo Negara Keeper Group program that allow participants to experience the responsibility of an animal keeper while learning about wildlife care. Zoo Negara Keeper Group is open to all participants from 60 years old and above among students from school, college, and university. Zoo Negara keepers play a crucial role in ensuring the care, safety, and well-being of animals at Malaysia's National Zoo. Every day, the zookeeper have their own tasks such as preparing food, cleaning enclosure, and many more. Zoo Negara Keeper Crew also educate all the visitors by sharing information about the animal habits and importance of protecting endangered species.
NGO are organizations that work independently from the government and do not aim to make profit. They help society by focusing on social development, public welfare, and humanitarian activity. NGO are also known as non-profit organizations or voluntary organizations. Most NGO are mission-driven and work on issues such as helping people, protecting the environment, and supporting communities. Although NGO are independent, many of them receive financial support from government and private donors. Zoo Negara, that located on Ampang, Selangor, is an example of an NGO in Malaysia. It is managed by the Malaysian Zoological Society. Zoo Negara focuses on wildlife conservation, education, and research. The zoo cares for many animal species and runs conservation and breeding programs. One of its key programs is the Zookeeper program, where zookeepers take care of animals and ensure their health and safety. The program at Zoo Negara aims to provide participants with practical knowledge and skill in animal care and wildlife management. One key objective is to give hands-on experience in daily animal care, such as feeding animals, cleaning enclosures, and observing animal behavior to ensure their health and welfare. This program also aims to increase understanding of wildlife conservation by involving participants in conservation projects, including breeding programs for endangered species. It promotes awareness of animal welfare by teaching participants about the physical, emotional, and environmental needs of animals, as well as safe animal handling practice. Another objective of the program is to encourage community involvement in wildlife conservation. Through volunteering, educational programs, and environmental activities, participants develop responsibility, empathy, and skills that support personal and career growth.
There are two main sections of the activities carried out by the Zoo Negara, which is the animal enclosure and cage area maintenance, and also the food preparation and animal feeding section. Under the first section, there are several activities that are being conducted, such as sweeping the dried leaf, cleaning the drainage system, and also wash the food containers. By sweeping the dried leaf, it helps to ensure the animal enclosure and surrounding areas remain clean, and also to prevent any infectious disease towards the animals. Then by cleaning the drainage system, it helps to prevent from any stagnant water and unpleasant odors. This also to ensure that the visitors can experience a fresh air. Lastly, washing the food containers is fundamental in order to prevent any build-up of the bacteria and dirt. This also to ensure the animal remain healthy and can live longer. Then we move to the second section, which is the food preparation and animal feeding section. During the preparation, keepers ensure that the food were fresh and were in a good condition. This to prevent the animal from consuming any contaminated food that may lead them to any sickness and harmful. Usually, the food were cut into smaller pieces according to the need of each species. This helps to maintain the animal dietary requirement and also to prevent from choking. Then for the feeding part, there are different methods of feeding will apply depending to the animal species. For example, the birds are fed using a slow and calm technique. This to ensure the animal receive a proper nutrition and also to prevent from any harmful and stress. Lastly, the contribution of the keepers at the Zoo Negara. They are the backbone of the Zoo Negara operation by doing the essential tasks such as preparing foods, feeding animals, cleaning the areas and so on. Without their hard work, the Zoo Negara may fail become a center of conservation, education and recreation which aim to increase the public awareness within the communities.
Improving animal welfare in conservation is important to strengthen Zoo Negara. Animals should be kept in environments that are similar to their natural habitat so they can live comfortably and behave naturally. Larger and more natural enclosure can reduce stress and improve animal health. Zoo Negara should also invest in better veterinary care, regular health checks, and animal enrichment activities such as toy, training, and feeding challenge. These activities help prevent illness and boredom. In addition, working with international wildlife organizations and expanding breeding programs for endangered species can strengthen Zoo Negara's role in conservation and biodiversity protection. The last one is improving the visitor experience is important because visitors support Zoo Negara through attendance and awareness. The zoo should maintain clean restrooms, safe walkways, sitting areas, prayer rooms, and shade space to ensure visitor comfort. Clear signage, maps, and digital information kiosks can help visitors move around easily. Interactive activities such as guide tour, animal feeding station, and educational talks can make visits more enjoyable, especially for children. Zoo Negara should also be inclusive by providing wheelchair-friendly paths, stroller access, and rest areas. Other facilities such as affordable food outlets, gift shops, playgrounds, and picnic areas can encourage visitors to stay longer. Friendly staff, good safety management, and visitor feedback will help increase satisfaction and encourage repeat visits.
Good day everyone. Today I would like to discuss the strengths of Zoo Negara in public management, focusing on learning and public education and awareness. Firstly, Zoo Negara provides strong hands-on learning and practical experience, especially through programs like KIPAKU. Volunteers and participants are not only learning from theory but are directly involved in daily zoo operations, such as feeding animals, cleaning enclosures, and assisting with basic animal care. This real exposure helps participants understand the real responsibility of conservation workers and zookeepers. From my personal experience, being involved in this activity helped me develop responsibility, teamwork, and deeper appreciation for animal welfare. It made me realize that conservation work requires discipline and commitment. Secondly, Zoo Negara plays an important role in educating the public about wildlife and conservation. When I visit Zoo Negara, I noticed that there were many information boards placed near almost every animal enclosure. These boards clearly explain the animal habitats, food types, and conservation status. This made it easier for visitors to understand wildlife issues while walking around the zoo.
However, there are several weaknesses of the Zoo Negara operation, which is the weak marketing and promotion. As Zoo Negara still relies on the traditional marketing method, such as website and poster, these seem to be less effective and less comprehensive. This also minimizes the public awareness within the community. Second, the Zoo Negara still use the outdated technology system. By still relying on the old system, this may cause the frustration of the tourists and reduce the operational efficiency. For example, during the public holiday and weekends, the parking space always overcrowded. Lastly, there are limited research and conservation programs. The programs introduced by the Zoo Negara are still limited and unable to reach a wider audience. Also reduce the community involvement in a conservation effort. For example, the KIPAKU program, which allow participation from certain age group.
Next, I will explain about opportunities of Zoo Negara KIPAKU. Firstly, as you can see on the slide, we have partnership and sponsorship, which is Zoo Negara KIPAKU has significant opportunities to improve the operation and conservation effort through partnership and sponsorship, which Zoo Negara provides student training, internships, research project and educational visit by working educational institution. Other than that, Zoo Negara actively partner with corporations through sponsorship and CSR program that receiving funding for animal care such as food, vet and upkeep and conservation awareness with major partners like Yayasan, Sim Darby and M-Bank. So this method will help the partnership range animal adoption and educational material that sponsorship to larger operational funding with option for corporate volunteering with the team initiative. Last but not least, I will explore more about the opportunities of Zoo Negara, which is digital marketing and social media. Nowadays, everyone knows social media is very important to all people. So Zoo Negara have one intensive which is use of digital marketing and social media to promote and share animal story, advertise events, run campaigns, and they use social media like Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. So by following this era, marketing and social media also can develop strategy that boost awareness and drive audience engagement by responding promptly to community interaction and by collaborating with marketing, education and zoology teams. So that can ensure social media efforts can align with organizational goals.
Next, the threat of Zoo Negara based on the Keeper program. The first threat is the shortage of skilled staff. During the Keeper program, we noticed that how busy the keeper are with their juggling, feeding, schedule, cleaning routine, health check and interacting with the visitors. Highly qualified staff who comprehend animal behavior, safety procedure and welfare standards. However, the field demanding, physically tiring and not well necessarily well represented. This can lead the staff of shortage or high turnover. Where there is not enough staff or keeper, the workload increased for the remaining staff, which can lead the burnout or less time for observation and enrichment. The second threat is the financial instability. Zoo Negara also faced the ongoing threat of financial instability as it relies heavily on visitor numbers, donation or sponsorship. We had an experience to look how much efforts and resources go into the daily operation from the food preparation and the enrichment activities. This financial vulnerability is a major threat because its limit to zoo's ability to improve and compete with new interaction. The last threat is the aging condition of certain facilities and enclosures. Being behind the scenes reveal area that public rarely sees all flooring, worn-out structure and equipment that require frequent repair. When the maintenance is delayed due to the limited budget, it can compromise safety for both animal and keepers. Over the time, outdated facilities also make it harder for the zoo and compete with the newer and modern lifestyle interaction. For the recommendation, Zoo Negara is managed by the Zoological Society, a non-governmental organization established to create a first zoo local formation. Their vision is to be one of the world's primary zoological park and encourage dedicated and conservation. So, for the first recommendation that to improve the quality and freshness of the animal feed. During the program, we noticed that some of the vegetable and fruit provided to the animals were not fresh, with few showing with sign polyp. This raised concern regarding animal nutrition, health, and other as spoiled food can lead to digest issue or illness. To address this issue, it is recommended to Zoo Negara to strengthen their food quality control procedures by stricter checks the food during the delivery, also implementing ensuring that expired or damaged product is removed immediately. So the next recommendation is to enhance animal husbandry practice. The Keeper program provides participants with direct exposure to essential animal husbandry jobs such as enclosure cleaning, diet prep, and behavioral observation. These activities highlight the importance of maintaining clean, safe and stimulating environment for animals. Based on this observation, it is recommended that participants continue to apply and refine these skills to ensure high standard of animal welfare. With a proper husbandry, it also can support the animal's physical health, and it also can contribute to their psychological well-being to reduce stress and encouraging natural behavior. Is to improve teamwork and communication skills. Throughout the program, the participants were required to work closely with the zookeepers, staff, and fellow volunteers. This environment made it clear how important it is to communicate clearly, work together, and flexible, especially during doing the tasks that have been given and need to be done safely and accurately. Other than that, this demonstrates that successful animal care relies heavily on teamwork. Also, responsibility must be coordinated efficiently to avoid mistakes and ensure smooth operation in the organization. As the result, it is recommended that participants can continue developing these soft skills as they are not only essential in wildlife but also highly valuable in academic, professional, and community settings. For the last recommendation is to strengthen conservation awareness. The KPK program also depends participants to understanding about the wildlife conservation, particularly in the Malaysian context where many species face threats such as habitat destruction, illegal hunting, and climate change. The participants gain insight into the critical role that zoological institutions play in species prevention and public education. Therefore, it is recommended that the volunteers actively promote conservation awareness within their communities and adopt environmentally possible habits in their daily lives. By doing that, they contribute to the broader social efforts to protect biodiversity, support sustainable ecosystem, and future generation. That's all from me. Thank you.
In addition, I observed school students attending educational sessions where they listen attentively to their teachers and zoo staff. This clearly shows that Zoo Negara is not only a place for recreation but also a place of learning for the public. In conclusion, based on my experience, Zoo Negara is well managed as a public service-based institution because it successfully combines practical learning with public education. It fulfills its responsibility to society by promoting awareness and protection of wildlife while providing meaningful learning experiences.